Let's go.
It's Big Frank in the morning, Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air, Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it here. Hey.
It's Fire 716.
Fire 716 Radio, boy Big Frank. You locked into Big Frank in the morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Locked in the room with me, my homegirl, D Money Mac, Jay Cherie, Kev on there. What it is, what's up, how you living, how you breathing, how you shaking, how you baking, how you moving like your mama, because you got it. Just.
I was about to see the other version of that song. I was like, wait a minute, what is that? Right. Listen, brought me back to the days where I had good knees.
Good knees.
Good. Two hands up, keep them up. I said 2 hands up. I worship the Lord with my hands. I love you, Jesus. We magnify it.
Morning, Josh.
Valid. I realized that when I don't worship enough when my hands get tired. Lift your hands up and give God. Yeah, my arms tired. Like these is exhausted.
You get it here.
You know.
Here.
No, valid. How y'all feeling? How was y'all week? How was y'all Thursday? There's somebody slipping and sliding?
Yes.
Come on. Okay. Valid. Yes, you're gonna shit me.
So I realized I make bad life choices. Yesterday, we legit got out the ministers meeting at a decent hour. And because I was hungry and other people were hungry, we went to eat. And I did not get to sleep until after 12 o'clock. Because we left the restaurant.
But you gotta.
I was like, I should have went home. Got a sandwich and went to sleep.
Because that talk about going bowling, and I was like, oh yeah, down. But I already decided, no, I'm going home after this. This is not going. And I went home and I laid down and looked at my kids, look at me, look at them, look at me, and we descended into a slumber.
I was like, this was the moment I could have been in bed.
Oh, for sure.
And knocked out by 10. Instead, was leaving the restaurant at 10. Like, bad decisions, bad life decisions.
It'd be like that. You can't win all the time, But hey, the fellowship was the fellowship worth it?
No, the fellowship was totally worth it. My pastor learned some things about me. I learned some things about her.
Valid.
So the true bonding moment. So it was worth it, but now I'm tired and I don't want to go to work.
Well, it'd be like that. Call in. No. Get your money, honey.
I need money. Apparently, I got a photo shoot to pay for now, so I really need money.
Use the time. Because PT, what? Okay, I don't know.
That's the crazy. Work study doesn't get sick time. So if
sense.
You don't show up, you don't get paid.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm definitely calling on a person today for a set day coming real soon. So, job, be ready. No. Fatima, welcome to the room.
Yeah, she laid. Yes, I like.
Because
it's the makeup section on this side.
You got to be ready. Be ready.
I'm ready with this lip gloss. I ain't do no face this morning. I didn't do no face.
You know what I did this today? I combed my hair backwards. Okay, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, it's going down this morning. We're having a good time. We're ready to get into Big Girl Chronicles. Rock with us, stay with us. We'll be right back on Fire 716 Radio with Big Frank in the morning. And Diaja, I'm on my way. I see you. Big Frank in the morning on Fire 716. What's up? What's up, fam? It's Frank.
And Tyra. Tune in to Keeping the Fire.
Every Thursday at 6 p.m. right here on Fire 716.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board-certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
Unfortunately, African Americans are 30% more likely to die from heart disease than non-Hispanic whites, according to the U.S. Department of Health Services. My name is Fatima Matthews, and I am a congestive heart failure patient. I am taking my life-changing experience of having died on the table and being revived to help educate others on the topic of heart health. And I am inviting you to attend my luncheon on February 18th at 11 a.m. at the Underground Railroad Heritage Center right here in Niagara Falls, New York.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, Inject Faith Hope Love. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in and have a good time with us.
Watch out for the big girl.
Watch out for the big girl.
Big Girl Chronicles. Beautiful, intelligent, and graceful.
Jay Sheree, it's on you.
I really want to talk about the perception of self. So, because of Frank making me do TikTok, and somehow getting 1,400 followers.
Come on. Can I get
I have had a plethora of DM sliders at this point, and like, even though it's cool, like, to get the, I guess, the hello beautiful message, it's just like, for me, my perception of self does not lock in with how many DMs I get. And it made me think about how, like, people are so thirsty for some kind of affirmation on social media that they lose the perception of who they really are. Like, I know this girl, she's gorgeous, but because she got less than 200 likes on this one picture, like, she actually deleted it and reposted it to try to get more likes. And she was just like, oh, y'all not feeling my picture. I'm not pretty in this picture. And I'm like, you are so beautiful. Like, why do you care if you get 200 likes, if you get 2 likes? Like, why is your self-perception based on likes? And it made me think about how much we obsess so much on social media, and we change our perception of ourselves. This one girl I saw, it was like a TikTok challenge, and it was like, let me skip to the good part, that one. And the dudes was like, but you still fat, like, in her comments. And so she legit posted another video later on where she lost all this weight, and it was just like in an unhealthy way, just so she can do the thing over again and show from big to skinny. And she was like, yeah, now y'all stunting on me now. It was like, you went through all this to lose all this weight in an unhealthy manner just to stunt on some dudes who are probably irrelevant, and some of them are probably scammers. Like, why is our perception so much sewed into social media that we don't really see ourselves for who we are? Like, I'm not the type of person who obsesses over that. If I get 2 likes on a pic, okay. If I get 20 likes on a pic, oh, cool. Like, I'm just not into that. But it makes me go back to the broken place where I was when I wanted positive affirmation, because I wasn't getting it. And so I had to get to the place where I really loved myself enough to understand that if nobody else thinks I'm fly, I'm still the flyest. And I had to deal with the broken areas of my life that caused me to feel insignificant, that caused me to be insecure. And it stemmed from daddy issues. And once I got to that place where I was healed and understood that my dad was like, you're not gonna get a man because you big. But I was like, nigga, you married a big woman. Like, and you big at the time. Like, he was big. So I'm like, Like, you know, I had to understand that his perception is not my reality.
Valid.
And that, you know, just because you have a skewed view of life, that doesn't mean that's going to project it onto me. So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I'm just pushing you to not surround yourself and not immerse yourself in other people's perceptions, but really look at yourself and see how valuable you are. And if there's an insecurity, deal with the root of it so that you can heal from it, because nothing is more gorgeous than a happy, truly happy and like content, a person that's content with themselves. It exudes out of them. You can see it. It's attractive. You want to know what's attractive? Be happy. So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I just admonish you to heal in the hurt places and let your true beauty shine through you once you are healed and whole, because you're beautiful. You're intelligent. And you're graceful.
Yes.
Oh, and for my followers, I failed you. So I did not start the life change journey this month because we're technically in, you know, a fast situation, and I feel like that's unfair. So March 1st, March 1st, I'll be posting the videos and stuff like that, and then you'll see the true journey, because fasting weight loss is not fair. It's not true.
What?
Okay.
Okay, well, do something. Number one, imagine adjusting yourself for a robot. Like, imagine yourself. Somebody comment who's just a robotic situation, and you change your whole life for a robot. Like, cut it out. Yeah, that's all I had to say.
Because like she legit, you know, I looked at her videos.
Yeah.
And it was like the whole video when she was younger, and then it switched. Let me skip to the good part. And then like she posted her picture, and I was like, oh my God, this is a gorgeous picture. And the dudes in the picture was like, you still ugly, you still fat, like that. And she literally took it to her. So I scrolled to see the other videos, and it was like within a couple of months. Like she must have like starved herself, because it was like maybe 2 or 3 months where she dropped
surgery.
Like 60 pounds. And she was just like, yeah, I'm stunting on them now. Y'all thought I was ugly when I'm fat. Now you
Here's the thing though, is I feel that that's crazy, first of all, to do, because regardless of what size you are, people are gonna have something to say about you. You can lose all the weight in the world, and then they will say you too skinny now, or you don't look right, or you still need to lose some weight. So it really, you know, like, I don't know. I feel bad because when I was younger, I was just talking about this yesterday. When I was younger, I used to hear like about my weight. So like it was to the point that like I would get so upset because I would go home and hear about it. I would go to school and hear about it. I would be out in the world and strangers would say something about it. And it's like I never got a break, and people didn't see me for me. They only see me for my body. And it just, you know, like after a while, you either going to let it break you or you're going to let it make you stronger. You know, so people are always going to have something to say.
Something to say.
Like, period. You know?
I was always a big girl. I was picked on at school for being a big girl. I was not, my mom and family were very supportive of me, regardless of if I was big or small or whatever the case may be, or smaller, because I was never small. I had gastric bypass for health reasons, and it worked for a while, but I'm big again. So it doesn't, you know, you can go back and forth, and if you're not happy with yourself, then unfortunately, no matter what people say, it's going to get to you.
Valid.
I was in a situation for a long time where I was not happy with myself, and I was super stressed. And if we all know, stress leads to eating unhealthy. It leads to not sleeping well. It leads to gain weight. It leads to a lot of different things. It actually leads to heart disease. So all these things were going on in my life, and I was unhealthy. And I was getting worse and worse as the day goes on. And I was unhappy with myself. And that went on for years. Until I met a woman. And she took a picture of me. And this picture looked to me nothing like me, because that's not how I saw myself.
Valid.
And when I saw the picture and everybody was like, oh my God, this is a beautiful picture. And I looked at the picture and was like, who is this?
Yeah.
Remember I said that to you?
Oh, you the one, man.
I
Yeah, absolutely.
said, who is this?
Valid.
And she was like, it's you. I was like, this is not me.
She really was shocked like that, y'all. Like
That
not
is
even
not
though she was
me,
really
because
shocked.
I couldn't even see myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
valid.
So that's where a lot of the hurt and pain comes from. It's within, because you can't see yourself of who you really are.
No, for sure.
So, I mean, that ever since that picture, I think at least once or twice a week, I've been getting up and putting on makeup.
Oh
I've been doing my hair. I've been getting dressed. I was like, oh, they're going to get the best of me.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not
yeah,
going to
yeah.
just, you know, when you look good, you feel good.
Valid.
And that confidence, like you said, exudes.
Yeah.
Valid.
So I was stuck in a place where I wasn't confident. I wasn't looking good. I wasn't happy with my life. I was just doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that picture put me in a different
Wow.
perspective.
I told DeAndre,
Good morning.
I said
Good
she
morning,
set the
Jones. Good
tone
morning.
for the females at this radio station, because
Listen.
I was in hoodies and sweatpants
Girl.
and jeans every day. I was like, she came on here face done up. Okay, now I got to get out the sweatshirts. I was like, I didn't put on the makeup,
Valid.
and then I looked in my closet. I was like, I got one of the same sweater in
I guess-
every color.
I guess-
We just gonna start working with these.
When you a photographer, you start changing lives now. Just hey, you know, hey,
The life-changing
no,
photography.
valid. Shayna Smith, good morning, my friend. We got to talk to him, just random, because just who I am. Good morning, Charles, as well. I said already, I think. But listen, I think that your self-perception is important, because when you start to look for other people to validate, affirm, you put yourself in dangerous hands.
Very dangerous.
Because those words can be detrimental. For example, for me, I've always considered myself to be a big person, but that's because I remember going to Mama. I'm telling a story. I remember going to Disney World, and I had my shirt off, and the man she was talking to, boy, you little titties, little boy to the eye, and I was like, I enjoyed myself. Well, and at the moment, I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. But that moment, I've always considered myself now just little man boobs or little jum. So my mom was like, boy, you wasn't fit. No, as a kid, I was as a little kid, I was real skinny. But then for me, but for me, it's like the perception of mentally, I've always assumed myself to be big.
Yeah.
And then when I got down to 299, don't judge me, okay? Self-felt again. But it's just that journey of somebody else defining who you are. It's like you have to come out of that and find out, like, what makes me happy? Am I okay? Because I became okay and got real swole too. Okay, but I'm good.
That also shows that people have to watch what they say.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Watch what you deposit into your brain.
absolutely,
Yes.
for sure.
Because that one incident when you were a kid at Disney World, the happiest place
Right.
on earth. This man don't know you from
For real,
anything,
right?
But that
Should
stuck
got
out
his
to
name
you,
out,
and
but I
that
won't.
remember that.
But valid for sure.
All the
Yeah.
way to all these years now.
Yeah,
So
right.
That's still an issue for you. So we have to watch. We have to be kind to others, because you never know what a person is going through.
Absolutely.
Right.
And your one situation or your one comment
Yes.
could really change your perspective on something.
Because I checked
Okay.
my dad. Like, me and my dad had a hard
Oh.
conversation. And I told my dad, I was like, you know, me and Brother Lee are in a good place right now.
Yeah.
So if he watching, I'm telling on you. But like, I told him, I was like, you know, me asking as a kid, like, Dad, you think I'm pretty? He'd be like, yeah, pretty ugly. But he was saying it as a joke. And I'm like, then you was wondering why I was bringing trash people home when I was dating them. But I was like, when I got older, my mind changed and I went into attack mode, because I'm like, if my dad doesn't think I'm pretty and all these other people are coming for me, I'm gonna go in attack mode. So I like used to attack my dad's whole life. I'm like, you telling me I'm not pretty, but you are a hoe. Like, it was just like, so like it became my defense mechanism. Like, I'm gonna roast you and I'm gonna tear your life up if you come in this direction. But it took me, honestly, in the last couple of years to really like love myself. And so now my healing process is different, because I didn't realize for a couple of years I was connected to somebody who was abusive with their words.
Yeah, for sure.
And so like now it's like a learning cycle for me. But like now I get up in the morning, whether my hair is retwisted or not, even though I joke around and be like, I look homeless when it's not. But like, I'm like, yo, you are pretty. Like, you do have something to offer. Like, whoever gets you is getting a prize. Like, and it's not just I'm trying to convince myself. Like, I just be like,
And
you fine. Like,
when you have that level of confidence, and you move different.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm listen, okay. haircut day. I don't know what you call it. When I'm freshly sprayed, right across in the head, boom, and the side connect to fade into. You can't tell me nothing. You can't.
I laugh when dudes get their haircuts because y'all are like ladies when we leave the beauty salon. We can't tell y'all nothing after haircut day. Like
Kevin, you a dreadhead. You live differently.
I'm different. When I was young, I got this picture standing next to my bike, and I almost fit on the bike. Like I fit on the bike. I was good, slim, fit, active.
Yeah.
I got into like 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
I'm almost 300 pounds. And then I get into the adulthood. I'll start coming down. Then I get into the dreads. And I say locks. But once I got my locks, the beginning stages had me toiling. This can't be it for me. I was fiend out looking like
no, it's
my
the cool.
joint
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
nah, this ain't it.
Like that now.
Nah. See, that's
the young
That's the young kids.
the young kids.
oh, the
nah.
kids that they like.
I couldn't bag a girl for nothing. You look like a crackhead. You look crazy. Like what? Dang.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm not a person that is impressed by looks or how good something looks.
Yeah.
Granted, things that look good are appealing,
but
that don't make them good. So I have this theory: if you don't feel good just because you look good, because you got millionaires out here looking spectacular, but turn around and they killing themselves. You get what I'm saying? So you have to fix what's inside first, and then once that is dealt with, you can then work on the outside, because that's what people see. They don't see what you see. They don't see what you're fighting. And that's something that I've been dealing with for about 10 years. Feeling good within and not really too much worried about what I look like right now, because the end goal is what I'm really see. You get what I'm saying? And I see myself in a place. And once I get there, you'll know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
And I wanted to say real quick to Fatima, thank you for saying that. It really means a lot to hear that, because I know we've talked about it before, but truly hearing it and listening and understanding, it really makes a difference.
No
it
doubt.
does. I don't know. You have me over here tearing up a little bit, but I do, and I understand everybody's struggle of different things that they went through growing up and experiencing people saying things to you that make a lasting impression.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was just talking about. Was a situation with a cab driver, but it's just after people continually saying things to you, like it stays in your mind, and you start to question what's wrong with me that so many people continue to say this, and or you take the things that people saying, you internalize it, and you start to do unhealthy habits to appease that.
Right.
When I was younger, like my relationship with food was terrible, like terrible, because in one minute I need this food because it makes me feel comfortable, and then in the next minute I wish that I could survive without eating so that I could lose enough weight to make everybody happy. And it's a sad feeling that you can't just escape from it. That's your body. That's your mind.
Yeah.
And people don't realize like that it can get so bad that it makes you believe that, well, maybe I just shouldn't be here anymore. Simply because you're a bigger person. And half the time is not even about the food. It's more about the emotional aspects of things that you went through.
Absolutely.
And so that's the one thing that I say all the time. You have no idea what someone has gone through that has put them in the situation that they're in now. And who's to say that the situation they're in now is even as bad as what it was before when they were skinnier or smaller.
Daniel said his was the skin color. Like his
and we all have our things.
Yeah.
We all have our I say demons sometimes, because a lot of people is maybe drugs. It may be food. It may be your skin tone. It may be your hair. It's always something.
Yeah.
But as far as a person, you have to, like you said, get yourself to a healing aspect where it doesn't matter what other people say.
Right.
Yes.
I know who I am.
Right.
And it took me so long
Valid.
to get there.
Valid.
You know, and when I say a picture, that picture was just a few months ago, y'all.
Yeah.
That picture was not 3-4 years ago. That picture was literally 3-4 months ago.
Gotcha.
So I'm 44 years old. So let's do the math. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so the healing process has begun.
Valid.
And boy, is it something to deal with.
Listen,
Okay.
listen.
I gotta say, it's crazy how God can use you in a way that you don't even know you're being used.
That's the
valid.
truth.
Like, and that
Oh,
is
valid.
like, you know, when you are called to a purpose, and I really truly believe my purpose is photography and other things that have to do with visual type of things. But I never thought about it in that way. So that's why it's like crazy to hear that, because you told me this, but then, you know, having a conversation, like I ain't gonna put other people's business out, but somebody else has also told me that in reference to their loved one. Like, you know, it just is crazy because I don't think about it that way. Like, that's really how I see you. This is really how, you know, this is what I see. So it's just crazy how God can just use you. That just is a testament to
And
Because-
honestly,
for real.
my actual affirmations came from my brothers. Like when I actually like connected with my brother Marquise and then Frank and then Daniel. Well, I've known Daniel since he was little, but like
snot tot.
like I've known Daniel for a very
Since
long
he
time.
was little, right?
Since he was little, like since he was the little Dark Knight. And like my brothers, even in my boy phase, but even in like coming into my girl phase, and I only think they realized it, but when I came through my deliverance process, they was like, "Yo, sis, you like pretty, dude." Like they was like, "You know, you was one of the bros for a minute." But you had style. Like as they was like now in this, and I would hear this all the time from my brothers, and it was like everything that my dad said about me. Like I wasn't shading my dad, but I was like, my brothers are more handsome than my dad. Like so, like to hear that my brothers were like affirming me, and they never knew. They was just like, I was like, man, I feel like I'm gonna be alone. They was like, sis, I don't understand why you feel like that. You're pretty, you're beautiful. It was like, and you funny. So like. Dudes like girls that can make them laugh, like, and you pretty. And I would hear, and I've heard this for the last. Wait a minute. Me and Frank met in 2010, so 13 years.
I put 11 years in the paper.
Like, you know, like for the last 13 years, I've heard you're beautiful. You have something to offer. Like, don't let these niggas out here make you feel like I've heard this. So that's why I understand what you're saying about God placing people in your life. Like, if it wasn't for my brothers, I would have probably not even started the process of feeling like I was pretty or trying to work on myself, because I was big when they met me. I was 350, like bigger, like when they met me, and it was just like, yo, you still bad though. Like, you got it. So
I know about being big. Okay, I was real close to 600 pound life. I said, Lord, I am closer to that than I am to the 3. We is moving.
I was 16.
Down.
350.
Were you? And it's different because
It
of the weight.
Right.
Because I'm tall. So, but I was in my 440s. I was in my.
But see,
Somebody
to me, you have
You never would have thought that.
no, not at all. Like,
I'm gonna blow y'all minds right now. I'm just saying, I ain't about to put all my business out there. You know, I'm comfortable, but you know, but yeah. So I hold my weight very,
Me
very,
too.
very, very, very well.
but come
You
on.
know what I'm saying? So
We weight holders out here, okay?
Right,
Listen,
holding big weight.
It was like Dante called me yesterday for health insurance.
Yeah.
I had that conversation, and he was going past you this number. Yeah, more than that. You this number. I'm more than that. You this.
Go
I'm more than that.
higher.
He was like, "There's no way you more than." She thick. She hold that thing real good. She's
That's what
solid.
If you
I
the
say it
thighs.
all the time.
That's
Facts.
I was like, I'm not
That's
juicy
a
fat. I am solid. You will never know.
I said majority. I would say 75% of my body weight is literally from the waist below. I think I'm only 25% of my body weight from the top up. The rest is just hips, ass, and thighs.
Listen,
You
got
the
Brazilian
Brazilian.
Right.
I am the
BBBL.
No, listen, it's going down this morning. We get ready to get that is a great segue to the topic of today, conversation of today. Question. We're going to get into that when we get back. Don't go nowhere. Call your neighbor, call their friend, tell them to like, subscribe, follow, pull up, download the app, because we're getting ready to figure out what's the question today. Why do we assume that the
big girls
don't have options? It's going down. 5716 Big Frank in the morning. Be right back.
Unfortunately, African Americans are 30% more likely to die from heart disease than non-Hispanic whites, according to the U.S. Department of Health Services. My name is Fatima Matthews, and I am a congestive heart failure patient. I am taking my life-changing experience of having died on the table and being revived to help educate others on the topic of heart health. And I am inviting you to attend my luncheon on February 18th at 11 a.m. at the Underground Railroad Heritage Center right here in Niagara Falls, New York.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked in to Big Frank in the morning. It's currently 43 minutes past the top of the hour. Hopefully you got up and took a shower. If you got to be late to work at 9 o'clock, you are about late. So
get out to Tim Hortons line, bro, or at least bring your boss.
It is which one you at, because please make better choices. Okay, certain ones you just not do well. So we're ready to get into the question of the day.
Yes.
Why do we assume that the big woman, beautiful, built by God's divine compartments, I don't know what's going on. Why do we assume that she does not have options? Feel free to tell your story, because
this is how the story came about. One of my DM sliders slid into the DM, and everything about this dude was just like no. So I nicely was like, I am flattered by the advance, but no thank you. He was like, you fat chicks always act like y'all this. He was like, y'all need to be saying yes, because y'all really ain't got no options out here. Like, y'all fat girls ain't got options. And I wanted to tear his soul apart, but I'm doing better as an adult.
You could have been validated.
No, I'm trying to do better as a woman of God. So I was just like, block. But no, it's.
I mean, you could have just said, well, sir, you were an option at one point.
But like this is a narrative I've heard more than once. Like because I'm not gonna reject you mean. I'm just not. So like I've heard dudes say to me, like, oh, but you big, like you act like you know you ain't lonely out here. I'm actually not. Like, obviously you are, because you was in my face. But like, so there's assumption.
But you have the tax time scenario. Did you assume because I got taxes and the kids and I'm big, you're trying to get a relationship with me because you want some taxes?
I get it year round.
This is malarkey.
Tell it.
Crazy. I don't know why people assume this. I feel like it's more of like people assume this to feel better about themselves, because literally, and I'm not even trying to like, oh yeah, I got this, I got that. No, right now I have 57 unread messages on TikTok by itself. That's the unread ones from people that are interested, that want to be an option. Okay. I literally have people say stuff to me every day that there is no way. If I really wanted to be in a relationship, I got 10 people I call right now, like, you know what? I was just thinking about you. And they will be happy.
Hey, right. Hey, big head.
That is just crazy to me. Like, there is just, it's crazy. Like I said, I just think that that's some people's, that's their coping mechanism. Well, hey, you know.
I honestly believe that big girls are for a certain type of men. Because
Sturdy.
all men, sturdy. All men can't deal with us.
Can't be on that unequal.
So if you
Right.
a lot of men are only worried about appearances. They want the model
The trophy.
type,
The Barbie.
right? But if you get into, we just like any other girl, you get into our minds, you get into our heads, you get into our hearts, then we could be everything that you thought.
I think the assumption really comes from you think we lonely and you just want an on-call girl, and you think we gonna be your on-call girl,
or a girl that you can call at like 3 o'clock in the morning,
right?
When all your other options are gone,
And she gonna
But
cook
that-
and give you the cat. No, that's not how that
Definitely
works
not how it
here.
works.
Like, it's, there, no, let me help you. There are some lonelies,
You gotta say it.
but there are some lonely skinnies. Like,
Oh, valid.
there is lonely all across the board, and I just don't like
It's skinny girls who ain't got no options.
that men use us as the target audience of the
But
backup.
That's all of them. That's all of them, because they have probably been shot down by a big girl on numerous of occasions, and they like big girls, but they're afraid of what their friends might say or do. So they don't bring a big girl to the reunion or to the family or to church. They bring the trophy when
Message.
they really want to be with the big girl at home on the couch eating some popcorn.
And I just want to say,
You better talk your
we
talk,
are
Katrina.
trophy. Okay, I'm a trophy wife. Okay,
Listen,
you wanna
You get you a
trophy
small
me?
trophy. I'm
That's
Super Bowl
fine.
trophy.
Okay, I think
Okay, analogy.
Get you one of these little bowling trophies. I'm a Super Bowl trophy.
like I get
MVP.
it. The problem is that there are women out there. Yes, there are women out there who they come off as desperate, I would say, or that it makes it like, oh, you know, even if the person is slightly
Like Monique
better
and the Parkers.
looking kind of thing, oh, they must really be thirsty for that person. Not over
It's the
here.
smack it every time you use the word thirsty.
Not over here.
Right.
Because the craziest part is like it. I don't know. I just feel like it's crazy when people say that. I want to say that so bad. Like it's just that blows my mind, because I've literally like I have had people
Girls run the world.
that
We do.
you see clearly they're Mr. Popular. They sleep with this person, they sleep with that person. Like, oh, they get all the so-called baddies, whatever. Yeah, no, they wanted to eat me like a munch.
But that honestly,
And
I
it
feel,
happens more often.
I feel like it's across the board, because I also think on the flip side that they think big dudes is lonely too.
Yeah,
And
So
it might be a
I
little
guess
different.
I'm gonna be this person today. And if you are offended, please feel free to text 716-371-1903 or call in at 716-299-0013. Some men are intimidated by big women because they are not built to sustain the pressure required to reach the next level.
That's
That
fine.
Process
No,
that
that's
how you want
valid.
to.
That's fine.
I think that there's also there's them big guys' assumptions.
Again, they problem.
That's their problem.
yeah,
Right,
That's
no,
a you
valid.
problem.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
real quick, I was just
Go
going to
ahead.
submit a comment
Go
to
ahead.
that. Okay, listen, I had somebody on live ask, and I would just put it this way, but he's like, does size matter to you? Okay, not just size as in sex size, but I mean size in general. And here's the thing, right? If you can't handle being on a cruise ship, don't come this way. If you are only used to riding boats,
Sailboat.
if you only a sailboat,
I'm a cruise ship and you trying to get a lifeboat.
don't come this way. So yes, I think it matters. I like
Listen.
guys that like me. I like the type that if you we have to. You
If you
gotta
went to
be.
Titanic,
Listen.
this is not where you wanna go.
Because it's
Oh,
unrealistic.
man.
If we gotta be real. It's unrealistic that if you know that you can't, you're not built for heavy equipment. So why would you try if you know you're not built for that?
Oh, you on Frank today? Go ahead.
Because and for me, like big dudes, like bigger dudes, get mad at me. They be like, "Yo, we fighting the same struggle," and I'm like, it's really perception wise. It's not that I would never turn down a big dude. Like if your game is tight, but somehow we gotta make the parts fit if we get married. You gotta lift and shift, and then I'm trying to lift and shift, and we gotta get in California King.
But that's only if he got a sailboat, because if he built for heavy equipment,
You got a yacht.
ain't no wrong with this Uzi and this vert. Okay?
Because I don't want us to be out of breath trying to figure it out. Like,
I mean, it's just being real. Like,
yeah, valid. And then also assuming that just because I'm a bigger man, don't assume that I just like big women always either.
Valid.
Yeah.
So here's where I get in trouble all the time with this story. Because I'm a bigger man, they assume that I like bigger women, but I personally do not. This is trouble already. my type, I like petite. I'm not a fan of big breast at all. It's just not my forte.
right.
So why could you decide? Now you can be big with small boobs. It's just different for me, but you can't be. I just this shows you that I dislike, but sometimes they assume, oh, I know you like me because I'm no. This just isn't appealing to me. Now we'll definitely get on the dance floor and have a good time.
Valid.
We'll definitely hallelujah, and do those things. But that's just my personal type. Because I think also for the same person who has that, I like them BBW, BBL, not BBL, BBW. There's also a type who likes them bony and thin. There's just a type preference. You know?
It is. 'Cause I don't like big guys either. Like,
yeah, so
I shouldn't say that. So I'm open to date anyone, but when the time is right, once I healed myself, that's when the time is right.
Right.
When God says so. But right now it ain't the time. So y'all
Bye.
heard that?
I've seen it on TV.
Stop sliding it.
Right.
I heard what you said on live today.
And there's probably somebody watching
right now.
But listen, I mean, we can have a good time. We can go out. We can have a good whatever. But it has to be, and this is probably the sinner in me, but it has to be like a real physical attraction. And that if I don't like bigger, I don't want to say I don't like
Okay,
bigger.
I'm gonna say it for her. Listen, okay, I get it because I feel that way also. Like, I think there's some fine big dudes out there for sure, but I personally like tall, skinny. I'm gonna just be real. I like tall, skinny, tall, athletic, tall, just in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's because I know what I'm working with, and I need somebody that can work with me in that way. And that is
real.
There's nothing wrong with preference. Just don't be disrespectful,
right?
In your delivery, that's my thing. Like, I'm not against the bigger dude because I like if you could like the solid kind of chunky guy, like I'm cool with that. But white dudes like me. The black dudes ain't really stunting for me. Like I'll say the northerners, the northern black men don't stunt me. Down south, they stunt me all day. Up here, like white dudes just be like, hey, like, but I definitely have a type. I love a chocolate man with locks. Oh my God. But like I get Nick. I get Nick. I get Todd. Like that's
send Nick and Todd.
You won't work, but I got a sister for you.
I dated white guys before, but like
men with no hair at all. Like
just see that shine and
just let it go.
She like
just let it go ahead, buff that out.
There you go.
She trying to line up nothing. Or if you got a beard with no hair,
But no, I believe that there's
Sugar
nothing
daddy
wrong
not
with
here.
having a preference, and to put the assumption that big people are going to be attracted to each other is wrong. Like,
Valid.
like you got to be happy with your preferences. We got to be happy with ours, but don't also think that we're desolate and we're hungry for attention and we lonely, because we not. Like, that's all. I'll take your man is a real thing.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you, if he look this direction and them waves is going in the back. No, let me stop.
If you feel the urge to call in, 716-299-0013. Now watch this. If you're out there watching and maybe they got your attention, shoot your shot.
Morning, Talisha.
Hey, you girl. My name is Nick. I got dreads and all the above. No,
And I'm bald headed.
The ball. Let's go down this morning. Question of the day was listen, why do we assume that big girls, big women
don't have options?
Don't have options. And apparently, okay, they got 57
They got
on reds. Okay.
Do we assume that big men don't have options?
No.
No,
I don't.
I never assumed that because my mom, like, she likes them big.
There's a whole Facebook like group dedicated to wanting.
Love
big
her
dudes.
big dudes.
Yes.
I know a couple people, they like them. They like them fluffy. And I think like with my mom, I ask her all the time because we joke around because we have literally opposite types. She likes big,
Chubby
black.
chasers.
Yeah, she's a chubby chaser through and through. And she's just like, oh, they just so fine and they so cuddle and
as
all this
a
stuff.
bigger man, I think that there are those who enjoy them, but they are not as public to us as men as they are to you guys as women. That make sense.
That
probably.
makes
Yeah.
sense. Valid.
Like, girl, I
yeah.
like me a big. They ain't said it to us, and you ain't come over here and said you like it. What's up? Okay, I would have been over here in your DM. I would've been, what up, ma?
Yo, that is
At
valid.
So I think that there's an internal conversation that you have among women that you may, oh, I like them big, but we like the big dude.
But you know
We
what?
we don't like death buddy big. Like, if we got to like take care of you because you on oxygen because you can't breathe big, that's not my
Girl,
type.
that is just oxygen to execute the heavy equipment. I am just.
Yo.
I would say actually to that, you know what? I feel that it's the big guys and the big girls who aren't shapely, who are just more so big and not so much like they have a specific shape or extra in certain body parts. I think that kind of is one and the same because I feel a lot of times people will be like, oh yeah, I love big girls. I like BBWs, but a lot of the women are more shapely.
Mhm.
Like, they got, it's not so
It's the
much
plus
like
size
just-
hourglass.
Right. It's just, oh yeah, you got the extra.
Because
Slim waist.
Because Matt said
Matt putting it out there.
Yeah, listen, he said bigger
Hey,
women
man.
are definitely my preference. These dudes out here in huge numbers. Listen.
well, King Solomon looking.
What's happening?
Right.
King Solomon.
He's a photographer in Brooklyn.
Oh, come on.
Okay,
Brooklyn.
I think I said that right.
This guy do or die.
Yo, Val, so thank you. But I think that, yeah, so it's different for everybody because, like I told you,
No,
Uh,
it's-
yeah. But then, but
Yeah.
also that self confidence because if you
Oh, that makes a
because
huge
I-
difference.
because if you are a big male confident in your swag and just personally you got confidence nobody's off limits. I'm not talking to you.
no valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
Bad baddie bigger bot. I'm talking to you. So it's like, hey,
I
No
think that
valid.
as a
Large
bigger
scale
person,
people.
when you're not confident, you want to blend in. That's the whole thing, is just blending in and not sticking out.
Yeah.
But once you start to realize, first of all, just being real, you big as hell, you're not blending in. That's just
You always
that's just
standing
being
out.
real. You're not gonna just
you're blocking.
blend in.
You're not blending.
Yeah, like
You're blocking, not
but
blending.
having that
Yo.
confidence, having that confidence and knowing who you are and accepting who you are and be like, this is me and I know that I'm fire. When you have that, not only do you stand out but now people see you shining.
Valid.
Now
Yeah.
you commanding the room.
Valid.
Now people are going, they see you, they want to talk to you, they want to come take pictures with you.
Yeah.
Now your
True story.
personality
I have
popping.
had
Ernie said, "Good morning. Plus size girls be having the cutest faces."
All the big person appreciators, thank you for coming out today.
No, it's definitely the confidence.
Valid,
Listen,
valid.
big girls. See, the thing I realized about big women, they create their confidence. Like, if ain't nobody gonna accept me, I'm gonna accept me.
Oh, that's a fact.
And it's so many, right? And it's like it's so many women, bigger women, who y'all would be like, yo, why is she wearing that 2-piece? Because she's confident in it.
Facts.
Because she feels good in it. Granted, it may not look appealing to us, but to her,
I promise you, somebody else is looking like
and that's
that.
and that's a very valid statement. Like, it's dudes out here. Oh man, I would devour every inch of that woman.
I was like, that's the thing. Like on TikTok, like I have this one of these guys I follow. He's a nice. I mean, I think he a green card looker, like looking for a green card. But like he's a nice bigger guy. But I told you about this guy. Every video is peen impressions. Like he got to have his peen in the picture, and like I literally like I got sick of seeing his peen impression, and I was like, "Sir, you are more than your penis. Please learn to love yourself."
Yo,
and like he would like he's not used to females talking to him like that because everybody was like, "Oh, the D," and I'm like, if this is all you offer is penis impression shots, you obviously don't love yourself because like you're more than the peen. Like in his pictures where he's not, he has
more than the peen.
like as pictures where he's not showing his like peen impression. He has great style. Like he's a natural, he can naturally model. And I'm like, you're a handsome dude. Like stop. All 35 videos is your peen impression, and I'm not impressed. Like there's more to you.
What works, you know?
Than that.
Thirst trapping. Listen,
Like he's gone live, and the girls just like, "Oh my god, I see your peen pictures. You doing that thing?" And I'm like, dude,
Because you-
please love yourself.
that's
like,
what gets the views,
Valid,
the follows.
valid.
Like
and that's
granted,
what social media is like.
yeah,
It's iffy because I'm going to do what works. So I know that this peen impression is going to attract what's attract. Then you might like my followers and get me paid.
fact.
Oh, here goes some peen.
I'ma
But
peen
you
it up.
know what? Being real though, even on the like, because when I first started out doing the videos last year on TikTok and Facebook Reels, like I did a couple videos where I was shaking the booty a little bit, you know, because I was like, oh well, hey, that's what people say, or that's what they notice, so why not get the views that way? But
Yeah.
I realized over time, first of all, I deleted some videos because I was like, this is too much. This is too much for the internet, even though it's on here forever. I'm gonna delete it from where I can see it. But it's more of just like people want to get to know you, you know, and they want to see you, you know, whatever it is that you do, that if you're funny, make funny videos. You don't have to show your body. You don't have to do these things. It gets views, but you gotta look back at, like, if you trying to get to a certain point, how you gonna work with a brand and like all your videos prior to a year ago was you just shaking, you know, business.
Facts. I'm trying to give me a sponsorship.
Don't be doing peen videos and then get mad when they're like, "Oh, she don't want to talk to me just for my peen."
Right.
You did 85 peen videos. Like,
we all pause.
yeah, because I think it was Daniel trying to call in. Yeah, the Dark Knight.
This is the wrong number for her, unfortunately. Goodbye. Thank you.
She still ain't paid her bill.
Yolanda Jenkins, please call the people and pay that
Please pay your bill, Yolanda Jenkins.
Matt said the confidence in itself is a huge plus, knowing that you're turning heads and not being apologetic about it.
Yeah, for sure.
No
Listen,
doubt.
it's going down this morning. We'll be right back, y'all. We got the conversation is real good. You don't want to miss this. When we get back, we're going to talk to Fatima about some information. It's just talking about these big girl problems situations, because y'all talking real good.
Listen,
it's a big kind of day. Okay, it's going down.
Big Friday.
Big Frank in the morning. Big Frank in the morning.
You pulling up, Daniel?
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
One decision. This will make for one epic movie.
I am Barnabas Matthews. I represent Sector 716, and the COVID-19 virus will not take us out. We will conquer. We will win. They thought it had us, but it did not. And we will not lose or be defeated. I am Barnabas Matthews, and we will not be defeated.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, Inject Faith Hope Love. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in and have a good time with us.
Clearly, yeah, don't play with my emotions because
Valid. Daniel talking about something that meant.
Daniel get he got swords. We can be
bows and arrows.
Bro, listen,
so remember the
He
bow.
said that movie
Remember the
promo.
bow.
Right.
Yes, Josh, the movie promo. Yes.
Listen. I'm down.
Valid.
I'm down.
The fiery force.
Get the pistols, the ARs, the bow and arrows. Listen,
We have enough abandoned houses to walk
we found
in the background. Because just to give a behind the scenes, we went into an abandoned. Now it was a crackhead or homeless in there at some point, but we walked into an abandoned house and we shot them scenes and we was just cutting up. So
Listen,
I just need to know that y'all willing to do what's required,
right.
to
Like
execute.
we don't ask permission for
We
stuff.
don't
We don't, unless it's like Walmart or somewhere that we know.
Never
we need
ask
permission.
permission. You only apologize.
You only apologize. Valid.
Listen, run up.
Fiery force.
No, listen. Fiery Force. That's the name of it. Fiery Force.
Force.
'Cause
And what's your
we
name?
bring
What's
the
your name
flame.
again?
Barnabas Matthews.
Barnabas Matthews. Okay, I need a good name now. I need a good name.
Cleopatra.
Oh man.
No, you gotta
It's
be
over you.
because you gotta do something crazy. We gotta figure it out. And then you got the Dark Knight.
Yes.
Barnabas Matthews, the Dark Knight, and we out here. Oh
I
yeah.
got all different types of wigs. Too.
Say
I
less.
could come
Say
in
less.
with the straight hair. I got the curly. I got the natural.
afro.
I mean, right?
And I'm about to interview you. Oh yeah, it's about to be. Father God, do what you gonna do, Jehovah.
You know.
And the camera now is way.
Hey.
Yeah. So
Listen, we got lighting equipment.
The-
I got the
listen,
gels.
Like that one. That's what we use.
that's what we use, but now we got
We
two
the
4K
Cinema. You heard me. I said cinema.
Yeah. So
Jay
before-
Shree, the
And I have
captain.
mine
Valid.
on the 23rd.
Hmm?
I said my joint.
Oh, Valid. We on. Okay.
I can be
okay.
the person who sends you out on a mission.
The voice.
Yeah, she could be the.
Yes.
You're in the.
I feel real Power Ranger. real.
Come on, man.
Where in the
How
world
like
is
how
Carmen
Shy
Sandiego?
McBride was an iRobot.
Carmen Sandiego.
That's me.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh, Valid.
Remember the black girl?
'Cause you
the
got to
black
do-
woman?
All we see is your hat and your sneak. Okay, don't get me started. Don't get me.
Or like the Warriors, the radio announcer. Boppers.
You get your assignments
I don't
from
know, y'all
blue
know.
hair and sneakers.
Yeah,
That's all you
I
see.
know.
We put you
It's
right
cool.
in
Y'all
front
gotta
of the
know the
green
words.
screen
Y'all gotta
and
watch
make it
the
look
words.
futuristic.
Just with that
Blue
part-
hair
yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah,
chucks.
yeah.
That's all you're gonna see in the whole thing. Blue hair and chucks.
Yeah, Valid.
It's
Why, it
happening.
would be
Like,
just fun.
It was
because
just-
it's recorded. Can't nobody
Yeah.
steal it.
We,
And-
we could make my brother like the villain.
Valid.
'Cause he could do that.
He's here.
He's right.
He's here. He's here.
Dark Knight.
Before
Yo,
we,
wait a minute.
y'all don't see him, but he's
How
here.
fast was you going,
No,
bro?
Facts.
Okay. Listen, before we get into that story, because he's here now, we gotta get him a chair. I want to talk to my girl, my home friend, my girlfriend. I would say that cousin. Yes, she has an event coming up. Tomorrow, like it's tomorrow's.
Just pull up tomorrow.
How do you feel? How you feeling with it being tomorrow, with the strong heart and soul luncheon? Tell us about it and how your spirit doing.
So I'm a little nervous.
Yes.
A little, not much. I'm a little. I like to talk, so we're gonna be there with my people.
Yes.
So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I have some. So tomorrow is the big event. Strong Heart to Soul luncheon. On Depot at the Underground Railroad. 11 to 2 p.m. Come out. Is still tickets available, I believe. Not sure online. Just go to Eventbrite and search up annual Strong Heart to Soul luncheon, and hopefully there are still tickets available. If not, you can come to the door, but
it might be, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that valid. And I think that I just want to commend you. And for those who may not know the details of the story, I encourage you to buy you a ticket and come and support, because Fatima has been a great example and a great warrior. With the LVAD, I believe it is. I would say VVAD, but that's not it. LVAD, and she's been a great, not just a voice, but her story, who she is, and what she's doing, and to see her put this together. And to see her put in that effort and that work, it is just unmatched. And I'm just amazed at how swiftly these things came together on this side of the story, if that makes sense. Because, like I said, we just months ago, we were just talking about how can I become the representative of you, and you are that now. I feel like preaching. and what happens is, and she's an inspiration not just to those who are LVAD warriors and have heart disease and going through that, but just the fact that if you really have a plan, God can really work it out for you, and He'll surpass your expectations, and He'll make things happen for you. But you got to have a plan and just go in place and let God be who He is. So I encourage everybody, please, even if you can attend, if there are tickets available, support, donate. If somebody wanted to donate, how would they do that? They just wanted to send a token of appreciation or love. How could they do that?
You can contact me on either Facebook or you can go to stronghearttosoul.com. There is a website. You can message me, leave a message, email me, whatever you need to do. I am on Facebook, Fatima R. Matthews, and I am on Instagram, but I don't remember the name. But I'm not real tagged. I don't do this. Facebook.
And
that's why I got my girl right here.
Yeah.
But
and what I also do is I'll have, and I'll try to do it probably the next few minutes in one of our breaks. We'll have Strong Heart to Soul as a link on our page. It's currently on there right now for the event. After the event, we'll change it so that it's your website, so people can reach you and contact you if they so desire to do so. And I'm just amazed. And I'm glad that she's one of the partners of the station. So she's on the roster of who the partners, them. Okay, and valid. And I just want you to know that the station appreciates you, and glad to be an asset to what you're doing. And we look forward to not only this event that's happening tomorrow at 11 to 2 at the Underground Railroad Center on Depot, but what you have going on in the future to be a support across the board. We will be there playing music, rocking out, having a good time as well. So tap in, tune in, and come and support.
Yes, I'll be taking pictures also.
Come on, we are present.
She's getting the backdrop, got a backdrop, and I'll be taking pictures.
Yes,
shout out to Trap Nerd.
Trap
Oh,
Nerd.
sweet.
Did a really good job. Everybody has really been pulling together for me.
Yeah.
And like Frank said, it has been really quickly. We were just in this class and things just happened, and I thank God for putting me in this position to be ready when He said move.
No, come.
Yeah.
Forgive me if anybody is offended. Niggas, be ready when He say move.
Valid.
Because procrastination is truly the enemy, and we fight daily.
Yes.
But you got to be ready.
Valid.
When now I'm preaching and prophesying to my own self. Be ready when He say move, which means you have to do your due diligence.
That's gonna be a t-shirt
in the waiting process. If you're not willing to do what you're supposed to do on your part, when He says move, you won't be prepared. Then you find yourself scrambling, going to get an ID or a business in the last 5-6 minutes, trying to make an account and do these things because they said you got to have these requirements.
Right.
But I told you to do that 4 months ago when nothing was happening.
Yeah.
I told you to prepare yourself while you were waiting. You should have been prepared. I'm gonna preach this. I don't know when. while you're waiting, prepare for the plate. Because as we sit at that table, we're waiting. I got my silverware already. I got my napkins. We are in preparation to receive what you're getting ready to give me. So while I wait, I'm preparing for the plate. We'll be right back. That's one of the messages. I don't know how I'm preaching that. When I'm preaching that, maybe Sunday. But we'll be right back right here, 5716 in 30 seconds. Hey, girl!
Unfortunately, African Americans are 30% more likely to die from heart disease than non-Hispanic whites, according to the U.S. Department of Health Services. My name is Fatima Matthews, and I am a congestive heart failure patient. I am taking my life-changing experience of having died on the table and being revived to help educate others on the topic of heart health. And I am inviting you to attend my luncheon on February 18th at 11 a.m. at the Underground Railroad Heritage Center right here in Niagara Falls, New York.
Big Frank in the morning on fire, 716. What's up? What's up, fam? It's Frank.
And Tyra, tune in to Keeping the Fire.
Every Thursday at 6 p.m. right here on Fire, 716.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, a.k.a. D-Belly, a.k.a. your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
Yeah. Fire 716 and Big Frank. It's our season. It's our time. Fire 716. What's happening? It's going down, y'all. The question today has been lit. Daniel the Dark Knight has come from out of the sky. From, you know, darkness. You know.
I just had a.
Okay, Genesis, proclaim your love.
Right. You talk your thing. I just had. It was just my morning was a little crazy. My niece woke me up at 4 something. I ended up going to get dressed because usually she don't wake up until like 6. So I was like, oh, it must be 6 o'clock. So I go and get dressed. It's 4:20. And she is like eyes open up. So now I'm like, okay, well, my wife got to go to work. So I was like, babe, you just go back to sleep and I'll take the baby. So now I'm in the chair and I'm just rocking the chair. So then we both fall asleep.
It be like that.
We don't wake up until about 8 o'clock. And so now I'm like, oh babe, because she woke up late. So I was like, okay, well, you take them two. My nephew also there. I was like, but he don't got to be at school until 9. So I was like, well, I'm already late for this. My phone is also in the car. So like,
he's having a rough
I
morning.
got a whole bunch going on. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right.
I commend you for having so many kids in that house.
I have prescribed to, you know what?
Like, I give you so many props for all the kids that you got in your house.
Because you know what I told myself? Oh yeah, Daniel did tell me he wasn't gonna be here today. No, you didn't.
Right, now what?
Now
Now what?
I was like, you know what? Maybe I was like, I'm just gonna be like, you know, y'all, I missed it. My bad. But a lot of things was going, and I ended up dropping the baby off and taking him to school, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna come up here because I also did want to do what you call it 12:30, and also had something to talk about later. So I was like, okay,
Did you hear us playing in the movie out?
Yeah. We out here about to make a whole movie.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not gonna lie, this morning for like 3 seconds, I was like, I could come up with an excuse why I can't go there and I need to go to sleep. Because I was so tired, but I was making the excuse as I was getting ready. Like
it'd be like that.
For like 35 seconds, I was like, no, I'm gonna show up.
Yeah, sometimes the Lord just wakes me up in the morning and I'm up.
Yeah, I was here like
Can't go back to sleep.
You were here as it?
Yeah. About 6:30 I got here.
Wow. That's how you know he the boss.
Right.
And we're employees.
Listen,
the boss is here at 6, the employees 7:30, 7:32.
Only because I was off yesterday. All right, we got church mess.
We do have some church mess where we're going to continue the plus size conversation.
Well, you know, we can include it. You know, I thought somebody had anything else because my it's a big day.
You know what? all I want to say is this: as far as the whole options thing, okay. I had already said, I think it's an insecurity thing. I think that there are people out there that do come off that way, like they don't have options. But I just want to say to the people that the people that actually know what kind of type they like, and they like bigger women, they like BBWs, stuff like that, and it's not like a fetish type of thing, because everything can become a fetish. You know what I'm saying? And there are people that really, they say some pretty weird stuff.
So with that, you open up a door here.
Okay, what's up?
Now, what is the dilemma with the fetish part of it? With it being fetishy?
So the fetish part of, I feel like with guys liking bigger women is, it's like, oh gosh,
is it like
creepy
or
terrible. It's like they want you to do certain the weird. They want you to do.
They be like,
okay,
they be like, all right, so
lick my toe. Be big,
No, like it could get extreme.
I done had.
I want to
somebody lick some toes.
Be like, I want you to get some butter, get some shrimp. We gonna cook, and then we just gonna.
Like it could get weird. Like this one dude, he was just like, I just want to watch you eat.
Yes,
like I want to watch you eat.
No, it is not. It's not like sexy things. Like I want to watch you eat ice cream, or like
YouTube and watch people eat.
But
a mukbang.
No,
there's an art to it.
This is gonna make it fetishy. Like I want to watch you eat a double-decker deep dish Chicago pizza.
Yeah, or like dudes will bring you food and just be like, eat. It'd be like,
I've never experienced that.
Yeah,
because I feel like I would take the food, but
don't watch me.
Yeah, no, because I was just wondering what makes it sound
for me. It's like a fetish. They will be like, oh, I just want you to take your thighs and just like squish my head or put your belly on my I'm serious, like, or
that,
and I would say that they want you to take your butt cheeks and
look. No, okay, now here we go. Now we're in trouble. I told you.
You trying to take my life away? Come on.
Well, like, or they'll get with you specifically only for those things. Not even like saying a compliment, like, oh, you're beautiful and you have a beautiful body, whatever. It's just like, yeah, give me that fat chunky.
Like this dude.
So Matt says, he says, I can't see it. It's also becomes a fetish when it's the sole reason why you're with them.
Right. Yeah.
When they lose weight, they can no
longer be.
Yes. And you know what? That's a good point. Because I have had someone that I was with. Yes. They literally would try to make me stay fat or make me gain weight on purpose.
Weight. Yeah.
And like, I'm being so serious. Like,
what?
They're like, oh girl, I just want you to be bigger. I'm trying to die. Like
either want you to be, or they have a fear of like, if you lose weight, you're not gonna want to be with me anymore, or vice versa. Like if you lose any weight, I'm not
like interested. So if I find you. So let's reverse the curse.
Good morning, Shireen.
That would say curse. That's a bad word. So you know how I might meet the woman. She's skin. She's built, body built, but then she has kids and children. Then she evolved into now she is a BBW. She's evolved into that. But then that man loses attraction. Now I'm not engaged as much. Is that the same situation for you guys? Vice versa. That hey, now you're in shape. Now you thinning out. Now I'm not attracted no more to you.
No, I would say this. I would say no, but this is me. I would say no because if I'm with you because I like you. If I lose weight, then I just lose weight. That my body has no reflection on the relationship that I have with the person. And it really shouldn't have a reflection on that. But however, if I'm not in a relationship and there's just people that I like or people that like me and I lose some weight and you talked smack on me before I lost the weight and now you're trying to slide, I'm a blast.
It happened.
You getting shut down.
Because when I was in Georgia, I took this plus size. I was dating her. She was bigger than I usually, go for. But I fell in love with the girl. But now I look at her and she lost so much weight. She got 2 kids, living life, doing her thing very well. But it's like the glow up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was once a BBW lover. Not to say I'm not now, but I got stipulations.
Yeah,
but
I'm a husband.
right.
I mean, I kind of feel like, for me, it's
no. I have my own requirements things that I just don't.
Okay, so Kevin says he doesn't have a type, but he has a BBW type.
Yes. So like for me,
yeah,
I I like plus size women, but you just can't be a certain weight for me, because at some point I've experimented. You get what I'm saying? So I've dated a plus size woman, and in the midst of it just was too much work. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yeah, I'm not. And then you want to go another round, bro? I'm exhausted. Like, no. It's not. No, don't come for me. That's what you're not gonna do. Because what you're not gonna do is no. Because if I'm, I get it. But no, if I'm doing all the work, I'm doing the flipping, the tugging, the pushing, the holding, and the weight lifting. And you want? I'm not there yet. Oh well, you're gonna get there on your own. I'm sorry.
I understand. I'm a husband now, and I'm married. I love my
wife.
She's built, and I love baby. I love you. But there was a time. Okay, I understand that when you're not, you got to know, being the Titanic, how to ride the wave.
Right.
You got to know
how
to back up the ship. You need to know how to dodge the iceberg. I don't know.
You got to know how to port and come to the dock.
If you are a ship and you are docked, we're not taking that.
Nope.
I'm telling you,
You can't break
I
through a wave.
100% believe if you even think in your brain cells, you know what? Maybe I'm not the right man for this job. Do not. And I repeat, do not apply for the position. Because
no, valid.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then
listen, but no, it's not even.
Get off my
I got
Indeed.
you. But at the same time, as a bigger woman, like there are just certain things that I'm not gonna do.
Right.
Like that. Like there's just certain things that I'm just not. Like, I'm just not gonna do. However, at the same time, I know what I can do, and I know what what works, and I know what
I think
like.
sometimes it just takes patience, and when a woman is not there yet. Sometimes, and this is big, small, it doesn't
That's
matter.
just maturity and
Yeah, valid.
You just have to be patient, because eventually, if you guys fall in love, and it should be love first, but she's gonna do what that person is gonna want to please you.
Yeah.
Oh, valid.
If she's bigger or not, and if she's bigger and she can't please you the way you need to be pleased, she's gonna find a way.
Yeah, she better find that.
It's not even that.
No, you have
that it's a comfort.
You have to know methods. Okay.
You have to be willing to move.
No, let me explain. When I say you have to know methods, because everything is not. Some things with a skinnier person requires some adjustment with a plus size person. Like, I'm trying to say this in a
Put the pillow underneath the butt.
I'm trying to say this in a non-whorish way, where you may like, I'm trying to be G-rated, where you may like your skinny person to stay on their knees while you are getting special attention. The big girl may need a stoop or something.
She may have to sit.
She may have to sit to give you what you need. Don't be frustrated. Just buy the right stoop. Like, just
see.
I'm screaming.
Like, you gotta make some. You just have to make the necessary adjustments when you ride this train.
What Kevin is saying, we're not.
It's
always we me in this stuff.
Right. Don't we yourself.
Teresa, wait, what?
Kevin,
right.
We're not knocking that we have to, that certain positions or certain styles have to be adjusted. We're cool.
Valid.
We're just saying that you got to help me, help you, help us.
Thank you.
make this a collective effort. No,
Valid.
emotion, because if I got the Jackrabbit by myself, that's big, small, skinny. This is not fun. If I am working harder than the pleasure, we got a problem.
Big problem. Big problem.
So I will also say, I will say it's a. I think it's a comfort issue also.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of times with plus size woman, if you go and you're hooking up with somebody or you're sleeping with somebody, and you're not necessarily comfortable with them like that, you may shy away from saying do this, do that, or doing different things because you don't want to come off like a certain way.
Valid.
Or,
No, that is
whatever.
very much so true.
Right.
For a big girl, that's a big step.
See,
And that's why
I don't like clothes in the bed. Like
I get, and I just, but that's also for skinny women as well who don't have. I told you my type and wife. I love you so much. This is all. So I have to do so much convincing to make her comfortable.
Right.
To take all, girl, get all that out. What you doing?
Yeah, but that's again.
Shereen said I'm logging off. I don't want to hear this from y'all. Listening to my babies talk about relationships.
Yes.
Your babies are grown, Shereen.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
no valid.
We'll get more.
Yeah. Because if
No valid. I'm not gonna make you feel uncomfortable because I'm low key uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying?
Valid.
So we both can't be uncomfortable.
But what I'm saying is, the more you make the woman comfortable, the more comes.
And this is all in marriage.
No, I hear you.
The marriage disclaimer.
I hate to hear it.
Marriage.
Her leg all the way back. You understand?
But she-
like behind her head.
And this is only
Don't put skinny
for me.
expectations on the plus size.
Right.
person.
This
It's
is only for
unfair.
me in my situation, in my past experiences. I'm the lifter.
Like, hell,
Like there is no assistance.
First off, I'm gonna just if this ain't no shot to you.
No,
or
not at
nothing,
all.
I'm gonna just use myself. If I'm with somebody, like I said, I like tall, skinny dudes, right? If I'm with some people or a person, excuse me, I said people.
well,
That's not what's going on.
So Key Money is a little bit more liberal.
no.
I'm kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
no, no. But if I'm with this person and I'm not gonna have you doing things that's gonna be too strenuous for you. Like what you lift to me, if you can hold me a certain kind of way. But you should not be lifting me.
And some of y'all don't bend at the knees.
You don't dare
This
lift.
is missing. This is what happened.
You gotta
Because
bend at the knees. You can't use your back.
Nah, y'all missing what I'm saying.
Why
No,
we're engaged
y'all
in
missing the
that,
scenario.
I just want you. I don't want to be exhausted doing all the work because you. I ain't got a problem with you resting your legs on my shoulders.
Valid.
No, but live with me. I don't mind turning, but let's turn together. I don't mind if you pump, I pump, we pump together. But if you sitting here,
Yeah.
That's just lazy.
Right.
She's not into it then. She's not into
No, that's no.
but some are into, but some have been accustomed to
Just lay
that
Lane,
there.
enough for
valid.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And that-
must be this tall to ride the ride.
Mm-mm.
a dead leg can't stay.
I can only
For real.
I can only do so much.
Okay, bye, Shereen.
We love you so much. We love you so much.
No,
We
for
love
real.
Mama Reem. We done hurt her
this is-
feelings.
this is-
Made her
this is-
uncomfortable.
But it's real though.
But-
I mean,
But I would say this is that culturally we don't have these conversations.
Yeah.
It's valid.
We don't talk about it. Everybody's figuring it out and trying
Right.
to discover and trying to.
I mean, if you like a bigger woman, you need to just talk to her about what do you, if we doing this, how you want to do this? Like what is comfortable for you, or naturally get into that type of position.
He woke up.
I'm gonna keep it a mean one. I don't have nothing against nobody. I love everybody. Well, I don't love my wife now. You know what I'm saying, baby.
The precursor. You got it.
Right.
But valid.
Always found it to be acceptable to ask questions
Valid.
first. I've been told that I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So ask questions. But then some people you ask them questions and then they get all defensive. It's like, yo, I didn't ask you to be so you can be defensive. I just asked you because this is how it will work in my mind.
Valid.
I'm asking you.
This is how you will approach that.
If this is how
You think it will work?
This is how you approach that. Girl, I want to tear you down, but tell me how I can do that the best way.
How can I
See,
effectively?
but
How can I? How
No,
can I-
how you want to tear me down and you don't even know how to approach me?
That's what the
you
problem
just
is.
gotta-
She said that's for her.
That's what the problem is. You want to be teared down. I'm trying to beat you.
Come on.
I think that sometimes you gotta
Ooh,
I think that
valid.
sometimes you have, sometimes we go into
I'll try to fill you up to your own.
okay,
Is that
right?
That's why he got his
Okay,
name
South
the Dark
23.
Knight.
Fill up this cup. What is happening?
I want to tell it over.
But I think that also that sometimes that we make things weird, and we have to sometimes make things fun.
Valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's a fun level of discovery where we ain't got to, 'cause like he said, assuming
Yeah.
is what makes this sometimes just what we doing?
Right.
I feel like you have to know your truth. Like you really do have to know your truth going into it. Like
Yeah, and you gotta
my experience, you know, I'm not ashamed of this. I've never been with a guy before. So we gonna have to have conversation
Right.
because I have not done guy behavior.
Right.
Well, I've not done intercourse guy behavior. So I would ask him like, what is the expectation? Because I'm coming into this untapped. So it's like, what is the expectation for that?
Tell her.
Because if you expect me to just know how to throw it back, you're gonna be disappointed. I've kept myself. So it's like you gonna have to help me, help you, help me.
I don't know about the talking it out type thing. Like that to me makes things really weird.
But no, see, you got
talking it out.
I'm
I'm be honest, because when I first
tell it
fell into the void. Okay,
Fell into the void.
What? Good morning.
And I can even say this with my wife, but when we first was grown, I had questions, and I also, because I'm not extremely experienced, so either you want to be uncomfortable for a quick second and get what you want, or you want us to jump into this and you just be mad, and then now you judging me, but I wanted to talk about it, and now you look stupid because I was a good guy and you done left me, and then I went to go and pick up some other chili who bad, and she wanted to talk.
She
Now
willing
got
to-
and 5 months later she got a ring. Don't be mad. That's all.
No, and that's valid because and unfortunately,
Wow.
because as Jay
That's
Cherie
valid.
says,
Wow.
as Jay Cherie says, we're willing to communicate. Communication is important, and that you got to talk to your person because. And I'm gonna be very honest here, Jehovah, that if we have an encounter and now, unfortunately, I've been tapping. That sounds terrible. That sounds
horrible.
So suspect.
He been tic tac tappy pat.
That sounds so sus. God forgive me. That's the truth. But what happens is that you learn some things along the way. You figure out what you like, what you don't like, what works for you. What happens is, so sometimes you get a relationship and that person does not execute this well. I'm not gonna say to my last one they're like this, but you have to have a conversation that listen, this is what she did, this took place, that worked for me. You should try these things. But that takes a maturity of conversation, a dialogue. How do you deliver that without talking about you trying to be like the last one? No. This is what I found out works for me. This is something that's good to me.
So I would just leave
So
out
like,
the last one did part and just be
So
like,
just,
hey,
yeah,
I
no,
found in my experience this is
tap,
what works.
grab, pull, twist,
Yeah.
cut,
Bop
sever, bop it.
This is how you flubber.
A level of maturity.
Yeah.
But like I said, don't talk to in the room itself when you're activating this sometimes. So it's not as weird. Try to make it fun. So this engagement is conversation. It's already conversation. They just let the think about.
I think this
is not a movie.
It's right. It's
But
a
it can't be a
process.
production.
First off, this ain't. I'm gonna use the other word. This ain't corn. Okay, so don't treat it like a cornography situation.
It's fake.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't. You know, like I'm a real human being.
You are not responding.
You know what I mean? Like respect me
Yeah.
and vice versa.
And don't do what you do when you watch
court,
porn.
right?
And this-
Because that's not
and
real.
this-
Don't.
I think that when you're starting a relationship, you're investigating.
Yes.
You're picking and choosing pieces of that person, and you're remembering things.
Yes.
So that starts at day one.
Mhm.
So by the time you get to day or a year, whatever, when it's time to do the be the grown or whatever y'all
Yeah.
call it, you should know some pieces of what that person likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
So when it comes to and then as you go and do the grown even more, you're experimenting more of what you like and what they like.
Yeah.
It's not going to be great the first time. Normally, it's not really great the first time unless that person has really been listening.
Wait.
Really been listening.
I'm done. This is my last broadcast. Y'all just get it for me.
To what is going on. I think you have to listen. And when you listen to people from the beginning,
Right.
you understand where they're coming from and how they like this.
Okay, this is a prime example because I wasn't listening from the beginning.
Yeah.
What you say in the beginning?
That's too much.
No.
But valid. And
I mean, I think that pick people that excite you. Okay, pick a person that excites you and that you're excited about also. Like if you have an attraction and build up that attraction, like, been there where you're just hooking up with people, whatever, and that is what it is. But when you actually are talking to somebody, you get to know them and you start to have that, like you want them and they want you, not just like a lust thing, but you actually really like them. It could be awkward at first, or it could be great. I've had situations where I have more exciting situations, but there are some people that the first time, maybe the first time was the best time, and now we try to chase the first time. You know what I'm saying? Or I mean,
you always
it's
try to
different
find
things.
that first high.
Yeah,
No,
so
valid.
it just depends on if you have that initial attraction to that person, if you're building that up, because that's what
Its time has passed.
I'm not against communication because I think communication is key.
Yeah.
But when you come to it like we had a board meeting.
No.
Let's have this PowerPoint presentation on how we gonna do this. Slide one.
It's not gonna be
Not the NDA.
Yeah.
No, valid.
But like you can give.
See, for guys, I feel like for most guys, we try to come like first impression sets the standard. You get what I'm saying? So like it could be good and it could be bad, right? Our first time we try to come in and knock your socks off, nail you to the wall. You feel me?
Wow.
And it can either be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. Because if you're only here for the wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Don't knock my socks off.
You feel me? Like,
No, yeah.
but that it come with the territory of the first impression. I'm gonna give her something to talk about. You feel me?
That's how you create
Or-
these situations.
And she
the
become
women that-
stigmatized, and she tire slash, windows out,
Showing up at your job.
right?
married,
Facts,
doing stuff.
all that weirdness.
Yeah.
You said showing up at your job and you're married?
I'm just saying somebody's situation that I know.
Yeah,
I mean, if you married and you ain't showing it to your main
I'm just
job,
saying.
Because they get
They get comfortable.
Get comfortable.
But I agree.
ain't gotta listen.
I feel like if you just here to hang out, you just here for this one event situation. Let's just make it a fun event, and then that's it.
No, valid.
I guess, but like I've never had.
No, that's
I've
you.
never
As-
had. I've
as-
never had.
as
weird,
the
no,
man,
no feeling.
When I
sex.
come, I'm not
Top
knock 'em
tier,
out the box.
right? Knock him out the box, Rick.
Oh, do you remember?
Right.
I'm just coming into that.
Listen,
that
because-
when after this concludes and your day continues and that thing go.
Right. Done. Did my
I was
job.
But I feel
And this
like,
is why we tell
listen,
people
I'm
this
just
is not a
saying-
Christian radio station. It's just a bunch of Christians at a station.
Yeah.
No, valid.
That's why the Lord says, wait, he knew that God was aware of how heavy, how intense this encounter was. So I suggest to you as a
Listen.
commandment to wait. Because if you wait, you ain't gotta do as much drama. When
Valid.
we choose to be who we are.
See,
It's
so I have a
obedient.
question.
Yes.
I have a question. Okay, I'm not gonna ask.
No, ask it.
I'm
I'm
a-
here now.
Because it's weird because you're my brother. So it's like, so I had a friend who told me that I was not smart because I said because of my situation.
Yes.
And because I'm assuming that my future husband is chaste,
Yes.
that I'm not gonna not expect a quick experience the first time. She was like, the fact that you said that is dumb. Your man's supposed to go all day, all the time.
Oh my God.
In my mind, just
She ain't got no
biology,
walls.
build up. If he was celibate for 6 months and you are entering into
He trembling at the touch.
It's different because just because you released the shot, don't mean there's not more bullets in the gun.
Valid. Whole
Number two-
loaded clip.
And number two is you might find yourself in a situation where this experience may not be as pleasurable as you assume the first occasion.
Yeah.
This
Valid.
thing, you don't stop, killer. You're killing me softly. Stop now here. So I think that
like she basically told me like you're done for having that. I was like, because I'm a science person, so I took it biologically. I'm like, okay,
welcome to Fire 716.
right?
Big
In
Frank
an unvisited cave, 6 months of hold up.
I mean, okay, so
The
I'm
man
Listen.
in my head.
gonna just be real with you and say that it depends on the person. Number one,
Oh,
and
Hannah.
number two, even if I mean, because you could have some ushy gushy that don't matter how long it's been for that person. That every single time, it's hard for them to control themselves.
I
Yeah,
can't
like
hold
you know what I'm
myself.
saying, like.
It's the song,
It's
Kevin.
very, you may experience that, or
No,
it
listen.
just all depends on the person, and
Valid.
also to knowing what
And this is why I'm a communicator.
what also makes
Good
them,
stuff.
This is why I'm a communicator. Everybody.
shoot off. Like if doing a certain thing is going
That's
to
what
make
T
them
was
shoot
saying.
off,
Valid.
then maybe you should wait to do that certain thing. Let's do something else. that's
Listen,
gonna prolong
if
the
the man
situation.
if the man has been faithful to his lockdown
Yeah.
for 6 months,
You can go.
right? Listen, like y'all said, depending on the person, but at the same time, we've been waiting for this. So the anticipation of it,
That's a Medusa.
it's
all day. I've been thinking about this all day.
matter of fact, think about Home Alone when he got electrocuted. Legit, like,
and what happens is,
And this is where we got canceled.
and the conversation is this because, and like I said, every person is different.
valid.
Because
take a nap and do it again.
valid, and
Like,
then
No, if I take a
assume-
nap, I'm out. You better
like,
wake me
can't
up if you
always
want it.
assume that the first the shot, even with the gushy gush, the gush.
The gusher.
Right, whatever the case may be. Oh yeah, I done released, and now oh no, that was just that was just number 1 to 7.
No, valid.
But every person is different. But I think you need to know that person. Because I found out some stuff, and y'all can watch Keeping the Fire with me and my wife on Thursdays at 6:00 for those kind of conversations and those things.
Yeah.
There are certain things that we learned along the way. Like, oh, wait a minute.
You're a liar.
Age has a lot to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And diabetes. Diabetes changes a lot.
Untreated
Untreated
She
diabetes.
she threw that up there like everybody got it.
No, like
Diabetes. all
no,
of them.
because when a person has untreated diabetes,
Yo.
it can affect a man's ability to get aroused. It's not being funny. It's
True.
just
His confidence in the fact he ain't did it in a while is stopping him from getting up right then and there too.
but yeah.
It's a lot of-
I would say it's more
men got
important
psychological problems.
for when you do meet someone. It'll be more important to have that conversation, but also to take it slow.
Just Donald
Like
Jones
there's no,
everybody.
there's no unless y'all got that
Right, and-
fiery passion where
and
you
give
gotta,
instructions left, right, up, down.
Listen,
forward,
it is
double X,
not-
circle.
But I feel like this is
Talk
conversation.
about it at the board table.
Right. Like I feel like
No.
I just feel like this is kind of like
In the minute, in the
conversation
moment.
that needs to even happen during marriage counseling.
Right.
Like I believe these are conversations. Sex needs to be on the topic for marriage counseling. I really do believe that when you're getting counseling as you're preparing for marriage, this should be part of it. A lot of marriage
No,
counselors don't talk
I
about
understand.
sex.
I understand.
Some
Valid.
people do.
Like, okay.
I mean, obviously, I'm not saying sitting in front of my pastor be like, so I want you to do that. Like,
Right, no.
But like a lot of marriage counselors don't talk about right.
I expect it at least once a week or once a day.
Yes.
Okay, that kind of conversation.
Early, evening and late.
I don't feel like bringing someone else
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You're in violation.
Yeah, no, I meant like just in general, because like even though we may have lost viewers, it is what it is. We may have gained
Oh,
some.
they here.
But like,
Right.
I think like especially among believers, this kind of conversation
Yes.
is very taboo. And I'm not saying everybody put your business out there. I'm not saying like things like that. I'm not ashamed of my current status right now. I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? I'm a unicorn. It is what it is. But like, this is conversations that people in church are scared to have. And then you get mad when people go out and experiment and they find stuff and it's like, oh, that's perversion. If you had the conversation.
Everybody up at the church did some perversion. Because y'all here, y'all got kids, y'all ain't married, or y'all doing some perversion right now.
Well, there's a difference between lovemaking and perversion.
I'm saying like as far as just having the conversation though, there should be no reason why you can't have those conversations when every single person up in that building
it's partaking. Valid.
I'm gonna tell you why why I believe the conversations aren't happening for two reasons. It can be, if it's not brought properly or maturely, it can be a door opener.
Yes, valid.
Because if I've been holding and you've been holding, now we're in a class of holding folks.
Yeah.
I know you want a little bit, I want a little bit, and you got a little nip. We can have a situation.
Valid.
But also, but I think it's a conversation that needs to be had in a proper setting, in a proper breakdown. But not only just church-wise, but culturally. Who told you or taught you about sex?
Valid.
HBO.
No, valid.
Late night movies, experimenting, coming across the VHSs, DVDs, and throwback joints, and experimenting, playing house, humping,
valid,
belly, trying stuff out, and you don't even know how your own thing really. You just know that it's up. And now you done woke up for the young men. You done woke up standing up. Nobody's taught you how to handle
valid
what this is. Nobody's taught us how to. So we experiment and then we have to figure it out. And in that figuring out, people are damaged, people are hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People are damaged, people are hurt, people don't know how to respond. And that because nobody's talking to me. Hey, I feel this and I have this urge to do this. What is the proper way to go about this?
Valid.
How do I deal with this urge? And that takes a level of maturity and a responsibility of conversation that we got to have. And some people don't have it because of trauma issues. It's hard for them to talk about it.
Yeah.
Even with their children. Like, hey.
No, 100%.
If the day is coming, hormones kicking in, does the day come and Trey gonna stand up by himself and be like, what is that? He might be talking about that. What is that?
No, valid.
That's just morning.
Just morning. No, valid.
It's nothing to it. It's just morning. What is this little liquid in my?
Go use the bathroom.
Just go to the bathroom, go pee, get a shower. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But then when he starts the affection and start wanting to know, he's gonna grow up.
Valid.
There needs to be a conversation. They hate to think about my girls one day will experience life.
Valid.
And there has to be a conversation.
Yeah.
And
and we weren't
scary.
Yeah, and a lot of us weren't graced with parents that could handle those conversations with us. You get what I'm saying?
Like even
and
my mom
did us a disservice
on the phone. She was like, "Oh yeah, because I think he got girlfriends or whatever. But he's still a virgin." I was just like, and he very much might still be. But then at the same time, I'm not telling my mom, "Oh, I lost it today." I'm not coming home saying.
But depending on the conversations, because if your mom actually did have that conversation, you get what I'm saying, with Sal, I feel like he would feel comfortable enough because your mom is very. From outside looking in, she's very cool and can talk to you. You get what I'm saying? But am I right?
when the first time that I ended up having, my mom didn't know.
Got you.
Had no idea.
No, I didn't tell my mom till after.
17th, 14th, 15th, 107th. You have no idea.
Wow.
You just know that there's been a change somewhere.
Yo, that's crazy.
There's been a change somewhere that you are here doing something, but we don't. Yeah.
Okay.
My mama still don't know.
I say this all the time. I said, I'm not gonna say his name. Y'all know who he is. He was a perfect child to me. He was the sweetest young man. He had good grades.
Remind me of myself.
A perfect young man. I just thought he was just the perfect young man.
Until you found out he was having sex.
Then, no.
Okay.
And he turned 16 16. And it was just a switch. It seemed like that day. That he
Oh
turned
wow.
16.
He's like, I'm waiting for that.
Yes. And we had me and his dad. We gave him a switch party.
Got you.
And that day, it was just a different kid. And then he was willing to do more things. He was willing to say, nah, Mom, no, not today. Like as yesterday, he would have never said no to me, you know? But today, he was like, nah, I'm not doing that. And I was like,
You think you're smelling yourself?
Yeah, right.
Okay, wait a minute. This switch up is wild.
Right. Crazy switch.
It absolutely just changed. And, I think I kind of at that point stepped back.
Yeah.
And let his father.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
Forefront in most of the conversation.
But like for me, my aunt was my safe place. Like there was nothing I couldn't tell Peaches. Like she had rules though. Don't you bring that to my house. Like I don't care what you do out here. Don't you bring that in my house. But my aunt made me comfortable enough that if there's anything going on, I could tell her anything. If I be like, hey, I was interested, or yo, this almost happened. And she was just like, okay, how did you feel about that? What made you say no? Or like it was that kind of conversation. And so if I become a mother, I want to be that person. Like my kid is comfortable with like, Mom, I want to have sex. Okay. Like this is but if you're not gonna wait, take these condoms.
Listen.
Hey, Papa.
I just
I was like, look. Love you. I'm always
facts vasectomy
like,
before puberty.
I'm gonna tell all my kids the same thing. Look, I love you. You know what the Bible say. Whatever you do after that, to you and God. I will not chastise you for anything as long as you don't bring it to my house. Don't bring no foolishness to my house. But whatever you do,
so
again, as you know,
I had a traumatizing.
I gotta get going.
Really kind of like trauma, like because my mom was so young when she had me. It was always like everything was like there was never really any conversation about it. It was always just don't get pregnant. Like if you get, like the world's gonna end if you get pregnant. Don't get pregnant because my mom was 14 when she got pregnant, and so that was really And then outside of that, I had other things going on abuse wise that taught me things, and then learned from pornography, so I had to do a lot of unlearning and realizing what's not good and what's proper and healthy and what's not healthy as far as that goes. And I never really had that conversation. And a lot of times, even when I tried to have that conversation, no shot to my mom or my grandma or anything, but they just never were comfortable having those conversations. So a lot of times, a lot of things I talked about was like with my friends. And then I'm like, I think to myself, like, y'all just tell me too much information. Some people send pictures, and I know that sounds crazy, but that's just how they are.
None of them was
so
having sex, lying about it.
But see, everybody around me was having sex, but I was the one that I wasn't having, I wasn't doing that because I didn't lose my virginity until I was 20. Gotcha. So I really wasn't, I was.
Listen, we're getting ready to get out of here, y'all. Quick, we got 2 minutes. Inspirational thought, and y'all got to come back on Monday for the rest of the conversation. Yeah. But y'all inspire people before y'all leave. Okay. Real quick, hit it. Nobody.
If you're gonna be out here, be safe.
Valid.
Done.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
I don't play ball, make jokes, or sing. I stay true to myself and do my own thing. Being your own boss never gets old as long as you do it with peace, love, and soul.
Hey, snap, right?
Provider?
Train.
All right, I'll go next. Okay. So if you are a bigger woman or man, don't settle. Don't let anybody try to play you. You ain't nobody's secret. None of that.
No, I'm laughing at Hannah.
Okay. And my second part to that, if you like bigger women or bigger men, love your type. Be proud of who you like, who you love. And then if y'all hunching, make it work.
Not hunching. You know the kids downstairs.
What teammates you got for the people?
Church, they hunching.
Be you.
Just be you. That's as simple as
yes.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna tell some. Nah, I almost lied. My mama loved me.
find your own confidence. People can give you confidence, and that's always nice. People can talk down about you and take your confidence away, which sucks. But no one can take away anything that you create on your own. So create your own confidence.
My thing is quickly, be ready when God say move. Be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready.
Get ready.
If you haven't gotten ready, get ready. Prepare yourself. Do your due diligence. Everybody who has a business, get a business bank account. It's Matt Easy Lily. It's free. Get an EIN number. It's online. It's free. Get those two things going. Get your DBA. It's free. Or maybe it's not that free.
It's $35.
But it's nothing. What's $35 to $1.5 million? Nothing.
Come on.
So make things happen. Get yourself in position that if the grant comes, the opportunity comes, you have a location, you have a bank account, you can get access to what God has for you. So do it now. Fire 716 Big Frank in the morning. I'll holler at y'all. Peace, love, soul, grease, and all those great things.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speak.
What's up, fam? It's Frank.
And Tyra, tune in to Keeping the Fire.
Every Thursday at 6 p.m. right here on Fire 716. Big Frank in the morning on Fire 716.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, Inject Faith Hope Love. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in.
It's Fire 716.
Let's go. It's Big Frank in the morning. Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air. Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it.